Hello. How are we doing? How are we doing? It's the guy. Oh shit, it's the guy. Guys, hello. Welcome to the broadcast. It is July 29th, 2026. Gosh, the month that never ends, isn't it? Yeah, we're here. Lot to talk about. It's going to be a fun one today. Shoot, where do I even start? Let me start by saying hello to the members in chat. It was like basically a members only chat briefly. There were a lot of members, and I think I know why, and I'll get to that in a second. But hello, Ellen Mary, good to see you. Devin Bishop, Nick Rudo, Maxwell Hampton, good to see you. Tyler, how's it going? Sol Maxwell, good to see you as always. Dan Word, Lob Excelini. Definitely butchered that one. Good to see you guys. Tomas, good to see you. Jude, how's it going? Dan, Tivalos, What the Falconer, lucky. It's great to see all these familiar faces. Aaron. Hey, just before I hopped on here, Moth in the Sky, Joe Taronis, Electrify, Josie Pussycats, Biddy, Trevor, Mo, another M-O, Alex. Jeez, okay. Yeah, I say there's a lot of members because just a couple days ago, and this might just open the floodgates even more for people that didn't see it, but because it was a members only community post. I think it was. I hope it was. I think it was. Yeah, I made a post saying that for the member exclusive video for this month, I'll finally be doing a members only Letterboxd roast video for the members. This is not like a public video. This will be a video that only members can see. But I just don't think I expected as many comments as I got. I didn't know how many members there were, and people really wanted this video, and I was like on the fence about doing it, but then I was like, oh, it could be fun to roast the members, the people that pay me every month, and I underestimated how many of you there were, and it's a video that's going to need to be split up, but anyway, I worked on that right before I hopped on here, so I'm just fresh off of looking at a lot of you guys' Letterboxd accounts, so just so you know. We want to be ripped to shreds cars. There's a couple where I was like, that was kind of mean. And these people are supporting me financially. It's like, that was kind of a mean thing to say, but I hope that's what people want. That's what everybody asks for. Just 100 comments. Yeah. Just 100 accounts that I have to go through and say something about for sure. But yeah, anyway, aside from that, fun week, busy week, lot going on this week. I will be seeing the new Spider-Man tomorrow afternoon, and I'm actually weirdly excited. As much as I'm known to be a superhero film cynic, I enjoy Spider-Man quite a bit. Aside from No Way Home, I've actually kind of I haven't hated any of those Tom Holland Spider-Man films. I thought No Way Home was kind of barely a movie, but Far From Home was good fun, and Homecoming was also very good fun. He's a character that I can get down with, and I think Tom Holland does a decent job at the character. So I don't know. I mean, I have some expectations. I guess expectations that skew on the lower side of things for this film, for sure. Carter, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I don't know if my expectations are necessarily high, but I don't know. There's a part of me that's excited to watch a Spider-Man movie in theaters. And so I am not going in with a negative mindset, and I will be doing a review for it. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, gonna see that. I don't have much else to say about Spider-Man other than I'm going to see it, because I haven't rewatched any of the movies in preparation. I haven't, done it. So we'll see how it is. Are you seeing it in 4DX? No. On that note though, I've been seeing videos of people watching The Odyssey in 4DX, and it seems like a genuinely bad time, man. I don't know why. I don't know why people want to do that. I don't plan to see any movie in 4DX for a while. Not a fan. Cool shirt, boss. Thank you. It's Big Bud. The brand is Big Bud. Thoughts on Tony? Yeah. So I first of all, people were asking for Tony thoughts last week. I couldn't. There was an embargo. I couldn't speak on it. And I won't actually speak on it too much, as I do have a video on it coming out next week, and I'm not gonna spoil all my thoughts on it. But I enjoyed it. It's a good movie. It was a weirdly kind of cozy watch. It's kind of an immediate comfort watch in a weird way, and an interesting choice for Matt Johnson to make as a filmmaker. Interesting direction to go in. Does it feel like a Matt Johnson movie? Yes, you kind of have to search for it. You kind of have to look at it very closely to see it. And there's some aspects where you're like, that's his humor. But it will not, and I think this is exciting. I think this is a good thing. It will not remind you of, don't go in expecting Blackberry. Definitely don't go in expecting Nirvana the band to show the movie or anything he's done before, but expect quality. Like, he's a reliable, he knows what he's doing. And that's what I love about him, is I think he's a director who just knows what a good movie looks like. And this is no exception. He gets the job done, but goes a bit further than just doing the job. How was Stavi? He was good. The most I've seen him act, certainly a bigger role than Begonia. Not the biggest role, but like much more prominent in this film. And it's the perfect role for him. He's like, I don't know if it's as if I'm sure maybe he even wrote that character with him in mind. I could not think of a better person to play that role. He fits right in. Alex, thank you for the super chat. Highly recommend watching Wiseman's High School. Thank you. I've had all of Wiseman's movies on my watch list for a good while, so yeah, I've been wanting to get around to it. But thank you for the extra push. Thank you for the super chat. Did you like it? I liked it. Yeah, I just said that. But also, What the Falconer, thank you for the super chat. Q from Discord that people seem to like. If you could send a film back in time to blow people's minds, what film, what time period, what geographic area? Interesting. Like what time period would I send a certain film back to, and what geographic area? I'm a little puzzled by, but interesting. I say this just because Spider-Man was on the mind. I think a movie like Avengers Endgame would really blow people's minds in like I'll say the 40s. I mean, you could go as far as like the 80s. I think the 80s they'd maybe expect that a bit more, but like in the 40s, the idea of like Avengers Endgame, I don't even think anyone could conceptualize something like that. That is one of the most like modern films in a lot of ways, for better or worse. I can't think of a more extreme example, because anything else, like you think of like some of the crazy, like I'm trying to think of the most like visually insane movies of today, and it's like a lot of them are that great because they borrowed from the, like Mandy. I almost said that, but then I was like, well, Mandy's basically like, they got movies in the 70s that are kind of Mandy-ish. Send Robert Eggers to the 50s. That's kind of an interesting one, because yeah, it's like it's familiar, but it's like what's so futuristic about this? Speed Racer. Oh my God, Speed Racer's a great one. Yeah, most animated movies. Toy Story, the first. No, not even that. Like send like put the Polar Express in front of a 1930s crowd. See what they do with that. Like, put gosh, what's that one that's all paintings? The Vincent Van Gogh one? I haven't even seen it. Put that thing in front of me right now, and it'll probably blow my mind. Send Climax to the 50s. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, 50s, like, they had some horror movies that could get under your skin like that. I mean, the Nirvana the Band, the show, the movie is... The Nirvana the Band, the show, the movie would be a funny one to send back for a number of reasons. Speaking of trains, there's a new documentary called Trains that's very, very good. I believe you. That is just a funny message, though. It's a funny message just like on its own. Gosh, what a good question. Loving Vincent, yeah. Spider-Verse, yeah. Spider-Verse, send that back. That'd go insane, man. I have not seen Nirvana the Band, the show yet. I know it's on Hulu, but I still need to get around to it. I don't know why anyone would have clocked this, but this week I officially kicked off what's going to be a very long journey through the filmography of Steven Spielberg, catching up on movies of his that I have not seen yet. Josie Pussycats, thank you for being a member for 7 months. Would you ever do a video on locations in films? Yes, I've wanted to do that for a while. I've thought about going ambitious with it, going like to the places, but that's a bit extreme. But yes, I have a lot of very passionate thoughts about where movies are shot and what they do with the locations they're shot in. But thank you for being a member. And Carter, thank you for being a member as of a couple minutes ago. And thank you for the super chat. Carson, I was a PA on the directorial debut of one of your actors in Rhubarb. You should check it out. Orange Torches by Dakota Evans. What the hell? What the hell? That's crazy. What a small world. Yeah, shout out Dakota Evans. He was great. That was so long ago, but he was very fun to work with. Thank you for the super chat, and wow, what a crazy anecdote. I would love to check it out. I think I've heard about it on his Instagram. Spielberg Sundays, that's fun. I like that. But yes, I'm going through the filmography. I'm catching up on what I haven't seen. Let me actually, while I have you, because it might be fun, just go through the ones that I have yet to see that I plan to watch over the next month. This is what I haven't seen from Steven Spielberg that I still need to watch. Saving Private Ryan, The Terminal, Jurassic Park: The Lost World, AI, Artificial Intelligence, Hook, Lincoln, fell asleep to it on a plane, that didn't count. The Color Purple, Bridge of Spies, Empire of the Sun, Munich, Duel, Warhorse, Amistad, The Sugarland Express, 1941, Always, Something Evil. I don't know if I'm going to do that one. It's a TV movie. And Tintin. I haven't seen any of these, man. Your blind spots are insane. Anyone's blind spots are insane. Can I just say that? Like, it is a little insane for me to have crazy blind spots as someone who talks about movies for a living and as my job. But, like, ask literally anyone and they have a crazy blind spot. And a handful of them, actually. I bet Scorsese has insane blind spots. That's just the way it works. But that said, like, yeah, I probably should have seen Saving Private Ryan by now. For a ranking, yes. For a ranking, it's coming in September. If I can get it out in time, it's a thing. There's, as you could tell, a lot of movies. And a lot of them very long. And so, yeah, we've kicked it off with War of the Worlds, which I had never seen until a couple days ago. Interesting movie. Really a disturbing movie in a lot of ways. Kind of an eerie watch, but a good one. And also, like, I regret not watching that before. That is the most Disclosure Day movie that he made before Disclosure Day. I kept saying Minority Report. It was War of the Worlds this whole time. That was the Disclosure Day reference the entire time. Like, all of the dead trees and the storms and the car shots, and like Tom Cruise is basically wearing Josh O'Connor's costume in this movie. It's crazy. But anyway, I will also be revisiting a handful. I'll be revisiting E.T. What else? There's a couple others. Definitely E.T. as well as I don't need to revisit Ready Player One. The Post, I want to rewatch. I just rewatched the BFG. That's comfortably at the bottom as of now. Actually, yeah, and I'll probably throw on Jurassic Park again if I have time. I've seen Jurassic Park a lot throughout my life, so I don't know if I need a revisit, but I love Jurassic Park. Yeah, I'll be watching Duel. Indiana Jones, I could maybe recite from memory. I've seen that movie so many times, and I do not need to rewatch the Indiana Jones films. Although I might need to, just to like figure out if I like Raiders more than Last Crusade, because I have been for many years a hardcore Last Crusade defender. Like, I think that's the best Indiana Jones movie, and some people think that's crazy, but I really believe it. I think Last Crusade is the best Indiana Jones, but I might need to rewatch just to like refresh my memory a bit. I've already seen Schindler's List. I just watched it last year. Can we do a documentary poll this week? Not a bad idea. There's a lot of documentaries I need to see. Last Crusade is the best Spielberg movie, and there's a case to be made there. Yes. When I was looking, I was making an early rank. I was just throwing films into a list, just throwing them in there to see what feels right. And looking at it, I was like, well, I obviously cannot say The Last Crusade is number one. But then I was like, I can't see a lot of others that beat it. I'm like, that's kind of I need to wait. I need to wait. There's a lot to watch. There's a lot to watch and a lot to think about. But goddamn, is that movie absolutely amazing, and maybe like his best film. That's too crazy. I can't say that. Would you ever do a Greg Araki ranking? Maybe sometime in the future. Yeah, we'll see how what's it called? I Want Your Sex does. Maybe he gets a second wind in his career and they let him do a couple more movies. I think it's going to flop, if I'm going to be honest, based on the marketing and everything. But I'm excited to see that this weekend. Going on a thrifting date soon. That's fun. That's fun. Those are good times. BFG or The Last Crusade? Close call. That's a close one. I'm going to have to say The Last Crusade. Oh, Charlie XCX. Yeah, I listened to her new album this week. I think it's really good. No one asked me, but I wanted to get that out there that I'm enjoying the album. I think Camera, I forget, is my favorite track. Easily. And I like the David Cronenberg thing at the end. It's quite good. How did Nicholas Winding Refn smelled like? Okay, yeah, I was putting this one off. The big thing that happened to me this week was I was hit up very last minute by Neon, the lovely people over at Neon, asking if I wanted to moderate a Q&A with the great Nicholas Winding Refn, the filmmaker behind films such as Drive and The Neon Demon, the Pusher Trilogy, Bronson, and now Her Private Hell. It was a Q&A for Her Private Hell. I was contacted less than 24 hours before it happened. And so they sent me the screener. I watched the film. I had to sit with the film and think of what the hell I was going to talk to this man about. He is quite intimidating. A director who I've been familiar with, obviously, since basically the beginning of my channel. Very famous director. And, yeah, It was an interesting experience. He was very nice. He was very shy and quiet and a bit hard to talk to. But he was very nice. He asked about myself and about my life, which was more than I was expecting. I was like, he doesn't really give a shit about me, but he did. He was very nice. He's very tall. And yeah, there wasn't much to it. The Q&A went well. He had some interesting answers. You seemed nervous. I was nervous. And also, what are you talking about? Did you see a clip? Because I was nervous. First of all, something that happened, I'm obviously very nervous going out. And then it starts, and I sit in the little chair that they give you, and the thing where you place your feet on the chair is straight up broken. You were there. I didn't know. I feel like I would have remembered. I guess you didn't say your name. There were a couple people that knew me there, but I was like, that was the other weird thing about it, was that I was gonna tell people that I was doing this, but then I checked and it was sold out. So I was like, well, there's no use in promoting this because it's already sold out. So I was like, maybe there'll be people there that know who I am, maybe not. But no, yeah, I was very nervous. But he's in chat for sure. Yeah, Nicholas Winding Refn is a member of the broadcast. That's crazy, man. You didn't even try to make yourself known. Maybe you're just lying. Maybe you weren't even there. I don't know if I can trust you. But anyway, interesting experience. An interesting guy. I wish I had more to say. I mean, the movie. Okay, I will talk about the movie though. Her Private Hell, very briefly. And I'm not just saying this because I was reached out to about this opportunity and because I talked to him directly. I think people were overreacting a bit out of can about this film. I did not think that movie was that bad. In fact, I thought it was quite fun and charming and very beautiful at times. I'm like, not a lot of people who commit to the bit like that guy, who are as proudly inaccessible as that guy. He is only doing what he wants to do in this film, and there's something I deeply respect about it. Is it hard to take seriously? Yes, and that's because I don't know how seriously he's taking some of it, but I also think it is. I also think the way he's playing with light and color and restructuring, redefining what a narrative film looks like is pretty interesting, and somehow works. So yeah, I didn't love the movie. I didn't think it was great, certainly. But I liked the performance. I thought Charles Melton was just outstanding. I thought Sophie Thatcher was just outstanding. So I was like, there was a lot that I loved about it. And the score was stunning. Stunning score. So I think it's worth a watch if you're curious about it. Do not listen to all of the negative reviews for this one. I would definitely give it a shot if you were interested in it before. And especially on a big screen. That's a good way to watch it. It's definitely not as good as like Drive or Bronson, but it's interesting. Carson, you should watch more Tarkovsky films. I really, really should. That's something that I keep telling myself, and I keep not being. I need to be forced into them, to be honest. Why do you think people are hating on it? Because it is a little stupid and like not very gripping or meaningful on the surface necessarily. It's maybe a little pretentious to some people, and boring and self-indulgent, and has a lot of like megalopolis traits, and that it's like throwing a lot of ideas at the wall, and some of them just completely fall on their face. So it's like I can completely see why people are hating on it, because they're like, this is obnoxious and so self-serious and self-indulgent. But I'd argue I think he's having more fun with it than people are giving it credit for, and that if you're like actively going against it, then yeah, none of it works. But if you choose to lean in, you can have a really good time with that film. Is my case for it. Sounds like Bardo? Yeah. I think Bardo is feels a bit more. I think the thing with Bardo is that's a movie made for one person, and that person is the director. Like, he made it for himself. I don't know if you can say that. I think Her Private Hell is like he wants to make something that audiences just don't get to see it very often anymore. Like a giallo type of, mood piece that you I don't know, filmmakers rarely get to make. And I think he made Her Private Hell with the intention of people enjoying it. But I think Bardo was made just for Iñárritu. Like, he made that for him. And there's something very respectable about that too. They're both 3-star films at the end of the day. So yeah, they are very similar. But yeah. And they're both beautiful. Beautiful to look at. Cine to Nerdle today? Possibly. If Baba Is You is a pure disaster. Carson, you should watch Francis Ford Coppola's The Outsiders. Been on the watch list for a while, yeah. What else? I watched the Thomas Crown Affair trailer this morning with Michael B. Jordan. Looks great. Looks awesome. I'll say it. I'll put it out there. Directed by and starring Michael B. Jordan, and he looks awesome. He looks fantastic. The movie looks solid. It looks nice too. I mean, there's a couple like generic big movie shots in there, if you know what I mean. But like, there's a handful of shots where I was like, that's cool as hell. That looks awesome. I can't wait to watch this. I'm seated. I was one of those where I turned it on not thinking I would actually watch the whole trailer. I was just like, let me peek. And then I was hooked. So I'm excited for that movie. I think it comes out in like 2027. Looks like Tenet. It looks like Tenet if Tenet was a bit easier to understand, I would say. But I see what you mean. Similar vibe, yeah. Carson, whose director fan base is the most annoying? That's a good question. Um, ooh, that's interesting. Uh, there's some real like harsh routes I could go with this. Cuz there's oh man. Hmm. Woody Allen. That's a pretty good one. Yeah. That's pretty good. Though I know a lot of Woody Allen fans in my life. Like there's it's a lot of fans of his films, Tarantino fans are always going to be kind of annoying, yeah. And they're not like just I give a pass to like film school students and like high school kids and people who are just getting into film, like younger people who are into Tarantino. I'm like, that is just a guy that's figuring out that he loves movies, and Tarantino is the gateway to all of us. He was to me, he was probably to you in some way. Like, give him a pass. Give a young Tarantino fanboy a pass. He's excited and figuring it out. But like you meet like a 40-year-old Tarantino fan, and it's like, yes, there's a lot to love about Tarantino, but like I don't and this is not saying that like I know I still love Tarantino, of course. I think his movies are his movies age like wine to me most. Even though the more you watch, the more you realize he's ripping people off. I think whereas some people think that cheapens his work, I think it actually deepens it. And I think there's like there's so much more going on in his films than I initially gave them credit for. But I just think that like that kind of guy that's like that only gets things out of those kinds of movies, like that's a I don't know, it can get real broy real fast if that's where you stop in your film journey. Some Kubrick fans are insufferable. Kubrick is a bit more of like you're casting a much wider net though. I think everyone is into Kubrick, so it's like you're just yeah, there's gonna be some annoying people in there. That's everybody. Lady Snowblood, Kill Bill. Yeah, Lady Snowblood is better than Kill Bill. But also Kill Bill is pretty fucking great. If he's going to rip it off, he did it in a really cool way, is my case. Godard, man. Godard might just be the guy. Can I say something? Also, Wes Anderson a little bit. Sorry. I'm surprised. I mean, I may have skipped over it. I'm surprised no one in the chat said Wes Anderson. Maybe because most people here identify as Wes Anderson fans. I certainly do. But like, you go to some Wes Anderson screenings, and it's like these are people who have like. We talk a lot about like the people that go to the Odyssey being like the 2-movie-a-year crowds, like people who only go out to see like that when it goes to going to the theater. But like Wes Anderson fans are kind of like there's people like he packs screenings some of the time, and it's a lot of people who I'm like, you did not. I don't know if you get out much. I feel like Wes Anderson fans can be kind of insufferable. Have you heard about the director Paolo Sorrentino? I have, yes. I don't know if I've actually seen any of his work. David Lynch fans, they can be annoying, absolutely. But they also, I would say, all the like, I know a lot of like David Lynch worshipers in my life. Probably more, I probably know more David Lynch fans than anybody. Like I'm probably friends with more David Lynch, and I would say that David Lynch fans are like for the most part good people. Like they have big hearts. They feel things strongly and have open minds. Like if you're such a big David Lynch fan, it says a lot about you, in my opinion. And there's some bad ones, don't get me wrong, but like I think he's got a pretty decent fan base. In my opinion. We're all very annoying at the end of the day. Exactly. Yes. It's quite true. I don't really know if I can speak on like Tim Burton fans 15 to 20 years ago, to be honest. Like I was not super active around that time. I I was in high school, maybe even younger. I can't do the math. Most pretentious fan base. I mean Godard. But I mean, there's a lot to say about Godard's movies, so they kind of get a pass. Do Star Wars fans count? Dude, actually, like, yes, if we're going to talk about most annoying fan bases, Star Wars might easily take the cake. Like, far beyond Marvel fans. I find Marvel fans kind of, they're just nerds, but like they're doing their thing. They like what they like. And I would love to be as into those movies as those people are. Like, it must be a great time to be a Marvel fan. Star Wars, it must be fucking miserable. It's got to be absolutely miserable being a Star Wars fan. Malik, as a Malik's fan, Malik fits pretentious for sure. I mean, yeah. His fans can be pretentious, sure thing. I was just thinking, like, and I mean this with love. I mean this with love, as I am also a big fan. I think PTA fans. I don't think I again, that's another one. Maybe I skipped past it, but I don't think anyone brought up PTA. I think like PTA fanboys can be awful. Like they can be pretty annoying to be around. No offense, and I'm one of them. I love PTA. I love Star Wars. I'm an MCU person. I mean, yeah, no, like I'm just saying, like, broadly speaking, like what I've seen, how these fan bases react to the material coming out of these franchises. It's like, damn. What does Baba mean in the title? You'll find out. That'll come at the end of the stream, and you'll find out real fast. Those who know, they know. Iñárritu? To be honest with you, I don't know a whole lot of Iñárritu diehards. To be honest, I know diehards for like individual movies, like people who love Birdman. Altman fans, as far as I know, chill as fuck. And maybe that's just me kind of defending myself because I would call myself an Altman fan, but like, they've done no wrong to me. I see nothing wrong with an Altman fan for the most part. What are you drinking? I'm drinking a Trader Joe's cold brew coffee. Pretty good, actually. What did you ask, Nicholas? I asked him, and I was really on the fence about asking him this one. I asked, because if you didn't know, before making this movie, he's spoken about this himself. He had a leaky heart that caused him to, at one point, die for 25 minutes before coming back to life. Now, I don't know how much of that is actually scientifically accurate or true, but this is something he's spoken about a lot in his interviews and in the press conferences for this film, and that whole experience basically gave him inspiration to get back out there and make more movies because he was like, I have a second chance at life. I want to do what matters to me most, and to him that was making movies, and I think that's a really I think it's a really touching and powerful story. But I asked him how dying was different than what he thought it would be, which I didn't know if that was like an inappropriate question because I was basically just like, what was it like? What did it feel like? And he said it was just black and boring, which yeah, it was a pretty interesting answer, but also kind of, I don't know what else you expect. It was just like, it was nothing. What else did I ask? I mean, I asked kind of the basic questions, to be honest. I did not go outside because I was nervous as is. So I was like, I don't know. I feel like he's going to clown me if I try to. I actually asked someone who also interviewed him for advice, and they were like, don't try to out-quirk him. He will, what's the word? He'll outshine you. Like, he will come out on top. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to try and be silly with it. I'm going to keep this one pretty dry. I asked about Hideo Kojima. and that relationship, which was cool hearing him talk about that. Apparently they don't, because neither of them speak each other's language. He claimed that they speak only in images and references, which I was like, what the hell? It's crazy. Have you ever been in a Q&A during a bad question? I'm pretty sure every Q&A I've been to has had a, maybe not by the moderator, but if it's an audience thing, I'm usually like tapping out. I usually like can't stand it. I've left a lot of Q&As early. Like I actually like, funny enough, if I'm asked to do it, I'm happy to do it, but I generally don't like sitting through Q&As. And I know what you're thinking, like it's free education, like they're spitting facts about the movie, they're dishing out like meaning and all this, and I'm just like, to me it's like always kind of insufferable. Like usually it's kind of uncomfortable. Not a big Q&A guy. I've been to many bad ones. I've only ever asked a question once in like an audience Q&A, and it was when I was like a freshman in film school, and I felt like I could do that. But nowadays I'm like, I would never participate in an audience Q&A because I just don't. It scares me, man. It scares me. I don't like speaking up like that. What is the worst question you've ever heard in a Q&A? I can't remember. I've erased them from my memory. Like I don't have a specific answer to that. Carson, when will you wear wigs? I don't know. Yeah. Good question. I love asking questions. I got like when they're good questions, I'm like, hell yeah. But this is more of a comment than a question crowd. I'm like, get it together. You're in a room full of like hundreds of other people right now. Please don't do this to us. Have you seen all of Terry Zwigoff's films? I've not. No, I've never seen Ghost World. How's the short coming along? The short is good. There is, so it's probably going to come out in August, and that's very exciting. I was thinking of even teasing the teaser today. Coincidentally, in between streams, there was like some exciting news that might happen, might not. I'm not going to speak on it. But I'm holding out on that. Either way, it'll be out in August. I promise you. And the donors will be getting a link to it early. Though I want to be careful about that because I fear people will share the link with their pals, and I just don't. I just want it to come out when it comes out. Carson, what did you do today? Good question. I woke up. I went to buy some coffee beans because we were out. I came home. I wrote a little bit of my Tony review. And worked on the prep for this stream. Made some lunch. Now we're here. Do you like eating olives? I love olives. I reached that point in my life semi-recently, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, where I really fell in love with olives in a deep way. One of the best snacks. One of the best snacks to bring to like a beach day, you know? Go pick up like a pack of olives, a baguette, some cheese, some meats, maybe a bottle of wine if you're feeling crazy. Go to the beach. It's a perfect day. Electrify, thank you for the super chat. What's your most hidden hot take on a film? My most hidden hot take. I tend to be fairly vocal. I have a hot take that came about literally this week. Literally 2 days ago. This feels like kind of a hot take for me personally. And I know some of you are going to be disappointed because you probably don't care about this. But I went to see this movie that I've been wanting to see for literally years. I've been waiting to find the time. It's been on Criterion, but like I've been like waiting for the right time to check this movie out. It's called The Face of Another. It's by this great Japanese filmmaker, Hiroshi Teshigahara, who directed Woman in the Dunes, one of my favorite films of all time, an absolute masterpiece, one of probably the best psychological horror films you'll ever see. And it looks absolutely insane. It's like, if you're a Kubrick fan, you got to check out this guy. His shots look absolutely insane. So I was really excited for this movie of his, The Face of Another. And I went to see it a couple days ago at Vidiots in LA. And I thought it was just fine. I thought it was just kind of fine. And that was a crazy disappointing. I was like, this was good, but this is actually doing very little for me. And that's my latest hot take, is that The Face of Another is just fine. Dream Office. Yeah, it had a great office, but yeah, that's my one hot take, because I think that movie is largely considered a masterpiece by a lot of people. And I can see why. It is really beautiful. The cinematography is great. And it's a really good face swap film. But I realized during it that, like, face swap movies, unless it's A Different Man or Almodovar's The Skin I Live In, they don't do a whole lot for me. I've very rarely been wowed by a face swap movie. 3.5 stars is fine. Yeah, it's fine. 3.5, that's fine territory. A 3.5 could be great. I mean, it depends, man. I don't go that hard with the stars. A 4 could be fine, but, like, pretty great at the same time. It makes no sense. Wiley, thank you for the super chat. Are you seeing Spidey tonight? I'm not seeing it tonight. Tonight I'm going to the premiere of Camp Miasma. And so I will not be able to see Spidey tonight. But I'm really excited to rewatch Camp Miasma. Because I wasn't... Maybe that's another hot take. I wasn't crazy about it at Cannes. But I was like, I think this is the kind of thing I'll like a lot more on a rewatch. Stars are vibes? Exactly. That's how you got to look at it. Didn't you give The Skin I Live In 3 stars? Did I give The Skin I Live In 3 stars? That's not... If that is true, that's not at all how I feel. What the fuck? What? I gave that 3 stars? 3 stars, what the fuck? What a piece of shit, man. Oh my god. I gotta bump that up. That is like at least a 4. That was 2021. I was a different man. No pun intended. Ellen, thank you for the super chat. Thoughts on The Piano Teacher? It's my favorite film. I've never seen The Piano Teacher, believe it or not. One of those another big blind spot. Let's put The Skin I Live In the poll today. I would not do that, but I would put another Almodovar. It's been a second since I've watched an Almodovar movie. It is crazy that to think I thought about this during Tony, that, like, you have Antonio Banderas in a Matt Johnson film. I don't think people are making a big enough deal about, like, that's crazy. We have Antonio Banderas in a Matt Johnson film. What the fuck? Insane link up. I've not watched Starship Troopers, no. Yeah, we'll do doc poll this week. We'll do doc poll. Preferably a doc that's not devastating and hard to watch. Because I thought the movie this week would be a bit of a lighter watch. Hilariously enough, knowing very little about it. It wasn't. We'll talk about it. PTA's DP shooting it is pretty crazy as well. I have a lot of thoughts on that too. Because the film feels like it's supposed to be... I mean, everything about it feels like it's supposed to be more 70s. And obviously he would be the guy for the job. And obviously Dominic Sess is the guy you get for the lead. And obviously Matt Johnson is going to know how to do that. And yet it's like very subtle about that aspect. Like, I do still think it feels kind of like a 70s movie sometimes, but it's got to look real closely at it. John's here. Everybody. Everybody say hello to our mod, John. Round of applause for John, everyone. Shout out John. He's here. The stream can officially begin. Yo, Cars, can we do American Utopia this week? I think it's a doc. I'm open to that. There's another movie that I've been wanting to watch for years that I think most people forgot about. It was supposed to get nominated for an Oscar, and then it didn't, so many people never saw it. But it's called Beyond Utopia. And it's, I think, about families trying to leave North Korea. I don't know if that's going to be a light watch, but it's a movie I've wanted to watch for a long time that I heard is fantastic. It's a great doc, apparently. Big John in the house. Favorite album of the year so far? Oh, my favorite album of the year so far is an album by Fortet under a name that I don't know how to pronounce. And usually, like, I should know how to pronounce things, but I dare you to try and figure out how to pronounce it. It's just a bunch of symbols. Just search Fortet on Spotify and you'll see a bunch of symbols. And that's my favorite album of the year. Can't pronounce it. Don't know how to pronounce it. Don't know what it's called. Don't really know who it's by. But you know me. I'm a big Fortet glazer, of course. It is a great album. It's really good. I've never seen American Movie. I'd put that down. What actor would you want in a Wes Anderson film that hasn't been in one yet? I think Oscar Isaac would be great. Yeah, you would think he'd be in one by now. Yeah, he would be good. I mean, Josh O'Connor would pass with flying colors. He would be perfect. He would literally be perfect in a Wes Anderson movie. It's insane. No doubt in my mind. Trying to think who else. No. You know who could do it? And who would be kind of fun to watch in a Wes Anderson movie? And hear me out. It would be so out of his comfort zone, and I don't think this is ever going to happen. Jesse Plemons, that's a great one. That's a really good answer. But this might, because this is an actor who people can't seem to get on board with, that people continue to be disappointed with. And I think it's because he's been given things that he can't really carry on his own. And I think being in a Wes Anderson movie could really benefit his abilities. Tom Holland. I think he could be fine in a Wes Anderson movie. He's so bland that, like, Wes can mold him into whatever he wants, and it could work. Ben Affleck would not work at all. Ben Affleck has no business being in a Wes Anderson movie. Tom Holland, though, has that kind of mousy British accent. Oh, all right. Like, it would be fine. It'd be fine. Okay, buddy. I'm just, like, open your mind a bit. I'm just tossing it out there. Do what you will. Just throwing it out. Who would be the worst? Might be Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck could be terrible in a Wes Anderson movie. Matt Damon has the voice of someone who could narrate. Like, if Matt Damon were to be in a Wes Anderson movie, he should be like the narrator and you never really see him. But he has the voice that could work really well. In the same way, like, Alec Baldwin was a great voice. Jack Black? No. Jack Black wouldn't work at all. Will Ferrell? No. I feel like that demographic of guy has already been taken and used by Tom Hanks and Bryan Cranston in these newer movies. No, Noah Centineo would read. I've in recent years become more of a Noah Centineo defender. I know we've talked about this, but in a Wes Anderson movie, he's the kind that you could tell he's trying too hard to be in a Wes Anderson movie. Kind of like Maya Hawke in Asteroid City, where you're like, she's so aware she's in a Wes Anderson movie, and you can kind of like tell. Like there's a really kind of fine line, and that's why Tom Holland would work, because Tom Holland is such a nothing actor that in the context of it, he can be a little doll that Wes is playing with, and it would be fine. Jacob Elordi would be great. I think Jacob Elordi would be fantastic. He has a good build for that. Gael Garcia Bernal, yes, he would be fantastic. I think he would be great. Billy Bob Thornton. I can't believe we haven't actually... I can't believe that hasn't happened yet. That's a no-brainer. Wait, hold the phone. Tim Blake Nelson? Has Tim Blake Nelson been in a Wes Anderson movie? I almost said George Clooney. I was going down the Oh Brother, but then I remembered. I don't think there's anyone more built for it than Tim Blake Nelson. I have not seen the new Jumanji trailer. Jack Nicholson, those, I mean, maybe in like the 70s. I don't know if I can see Wagner Moura. Dave Bautista, absolutely. Yes. Charlie XCX, all due respect, love her to death. Don't bring her near a Wes Anderson movie. It would be like Noah Centineo, Maya Hawke on steroids. She'd be trying way too hard. No offense. Kevin Hart would be kind of fun. I think that would be kind of fun. I'll say it. Javier Bardem. Oh my God. Dude, there's unlimited options here. There's so many options. Lil Wayne. Sorry. All right, we're just being dumb now. Bryan Cranston, we figured that one out. Wes is onto that. He's ahead of the curve on that one. Gaten Matarazzo, I'll throw it out there. Get him in a Wes movie. Ice Cube. Brisson Rex. Yeah, please, someone change the topic. Brisson Rex. I would start with A Man Escaped, and then head into L'Argent, and then head into Pickpocket, I guess. I guess Pickpocket may be a better place to start, though I don't think Pickpocket's like the best. Pickpocket's an essential. You gotta watch those three. And if you're on board, you're good to move into like Alcazar Balthazar, which is bleak and comically French. But have you built any new Legos recently? I have not, but sort of related. I was going to do this. Thank you for reminding me. I was going to do a mini physical media haul update. Because I've gotten quite a few. I've gotten really into physical media recently. I've been trying to actually like put a bit more thought into this and be like, no, I'm not going to become a full-on collector here because I've run out of space already. But I am like, it's become something that's more important to me because I'm like, I enjoy owning these movies. I enjoy having these here. And so I have a mini stack that includes one vinyl record. If you'll forgive me, I have one but it's relevant to movies. So yeah, I will, let's do that. Let me show you some of the things that I've gotten recently. One of them is a box set of the Prison on Fire films starring Chow Yun-fat, directed by Ringo Lam. I've seen the first Prison on Fire. I actually saw it in 35mm at the Music Box Theater. It was a great film, and I had a really good time watching this. It made me want to watch more Ringo Lam. And so this came with the sequel, which I've never seen. So I'm excited to check those out, both in 4K, which is sick. I'm a huge Chow Yun-fat fan, so I'm excited to watch more of that. Yeah, not much else to say. It's through Hong Kong Cinema Classics. and it was a pretty good price. I got this for a steal. Another one I got for a steal because I was like, why not? It's one of my favorite movies, and I'm about to dive into this man's work. I got The Fabelmans on Blu-ray. There's not much to say there other than it's one of my favorite Spielberg movies, and I've been meaning to rewatch it, and it's a movie that's nice to own. There's not a whole lot of special features on here, but I wanted to own The Fabelmans, and it was like $6. That's a fable, man. Another one that was a steal, and I don't really know why I bought this one. This is when it starts getting into concerning territory because I had no reason to buy this other than it was cheap, and I was like, why not just build out more of a collection? I bought Wings, the 1927 film. I believe the first Best Picture winner ever. I've never seen it, but it was like really low on Amazon, and I was like, yeah, I'll buy Wings. I don't know why I bought this, but I'm excited to watch it. I've heard fine things. Son. That's a solid grab. Yeah, man, it was cheap as fuck. And I was like, first Best Picture winner, why not? I'll take it. That's history right there. All right, let's get into the criterions. There's only two. Don't get excited. There's only two. This one came today. This one came in the mail today, which is what inspired me to do this. I was like, oh, I'll show this on stream, and you guys know how excited I am about this. It's a brand new Criterion release. HUD 4K. Paul Newman. In big letters. HUD. I had to. You know I had to. I pre-ordered this. I never pre-order Criterions, but I was like, I'm getting HUD on 4K. The only Paul Newman Criterion as of now, although it seems like the tides are shifting a little bit. They have put out a bunch of a bunch of his movies on the channel, and so I'm like, we should get Cool Hand Luke soon. I'd love to get Color of Money. I doubt that's ever going to happen. We should get The Verdict. Doubt that'll happen. But I had to get HUD. It is probably I don't know if I'm ready to say this, maybe my favorite Paul Newman performance. It's up there with The Verdict, in my opinion. It's the best I think a director's ever used him. It's the most he's ever kind of felt right in a movie. And I think it's a masterpiece. I think this is one of the best movies ever. It's a fantastic Western. Big HUD on the discs. It is in 4K, which is awesome. I got the booklet. There he is. Yeah. And it's beautifully shot. Really beautiful looking movie. I'm really bad at flipping the pages, but look at that. You got all the animals in the back. Beautiful shot. Can't wait to check this one out. I mean, I've already seen it, but I can't wait to watch it at home. Wiley, thank you for the super chat. Money for the Color of Money shout out. Hey, that's why I did it. Best movie of all time. It is literally like such an underrated gem. And then lastly, on my San Francisco trip, we stopped at the Amoeba Music Record Store in the Bay Area. I mean, it's in Oakland, I want to say. And we got In the Heat of the Night, a film I've been recommended many times. It's been on the radar many times, but it was honestly like pretty cheap at the record store for the Criterion copy. And so I was like, I will be buying this. I'll be taking this home. Yeah, really excited to check this one out. I've heard amazing things about this film. I've heard it's one of the best. So excited to check this one out, In the Heat of the Night. And lastly, the record that I got at the same record store, the Smashing Machine score soundtrack by Nala Sinfro. I know what you're thinking. Random. Why would you buy this? It's one of the best scores of that year, and she's one of my favorite composers working today. It's a little underwhelming, this packaging. It's literally just nothing. But, okay, you're saying, son, have you heard the score to this film? It's stunning. It is a gorgeous score. It is one of the most underrated. I guess the back has a more interesting graphic. It's pretty basic. It is just a black vinyl. But I'm really happy to own this. I've already been playing it around the house, and it's lovely. It's a really lovely score. And that's my haul. That's what I've been buying over the last couple weeks, over the last month. Yeah. Is The Smashing Machine worth watching? Yeah. It's not bad. It's really not a bad movie. People shit on that movie way too. It's nothing. It's a little disappointing if you're looking for another Safdie movie, but it's also kind of interesting as a Safdie movie. And if you want to, I think it's more, it reminds me more of like their early work than like these newer, like anxiety inducing panic attacks. It's a nice watch with a good Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson performance. Yeah. Carson, what's your favorite horror movie? It might be Climax. It might be Climax. That's the one that actually genuinely freaks me out the most, if that counts. Climax Blu-ray 1. I have one, but it arrived super damaged, and so I kind of wanted to buy a new one because my copy kind of sucks. Missed a super chat. My bad. Scott, thank you for being a member for 9 months. Top 4 movies from the gambling subgenre. From the gambling subgenre. I mean, I gotta put Uncut Gems up there. That's one of the best movies about gambling for sure. I'll put Jacques Demy's Bay of Angels up there. That's probably, I mean, that one comes to mind because I remember that was the first movie where I started like thinking about all the gambling films I'd watched, and I was like, this one really stands out. Yeah, I was gonna say The Hustler. I don't know if The Color of Money is as much of a gambler movie as The Hustler is. Hustler's kind of a stretch. Gosh, that's a tough question. I'm like trying to recall all the gambling movies in my memory. Heart 8's not great, but I don't know if I can come up with 4, man, off the spot. I might need to look up. I need to look at a list or something. I don't have that kind of memory. Wiley, thank you for the super chat. Been on a Spike Lee kick recently. Just watched Malcolm X and Do the Right Thing for the first time. Really powerful films. They're two beasts. Those are kind of the two heavy hitters of his filmography. Have you watched Clockers yet? That's an underrated one. We watched it for the broadcast. It was great. But yeah, incredible filmography. Anxious Sky, thank you for being a member for 8 months. Need to make a physical media list on Letterboxd. I do. I actually really do. Especially now that I actually have a proper collection. I didn't used to have a collection, so it didn't really make much sense. California Split counts, no? You would count California Split, that Altman film. Did you talk about Ryan Gosling? I did not talk about Ryan Gosling. Yeah. It's fine. I don't know. I don't really. It's not the most shocking career choice for where he's at right now. Post Barbie, he's doing all these. He's in a new era, and this is the kind of work he likes to do. He's always good. He hasn't been bad yet, and I'm sure this will be fine. I have no thoughts or feelings on Ghost Rider. So I'm like, sure. I'll end up seeing it. An excuse to watch the Nick Cage version, I guess. I was more excited about David Johnson, who, like, listen, as sad as it kind of is to be losing David Johnson to Marvel, it's probably like one of the best roles you can get as an actor in that world. And he is, I've said this before, I've been trying to shoot for him as much as I can. One of the best actors working today. Like one of the most exciting and talented young actors out there. And it's one of those things where I've just been like waiting for him to just explode. And obviously this is the thing that will put him out there to everybody. And, you know, I'm excited for people to see what he does. I'm excited to see what he does. I'm pretty positive he'll be great. and he's just a very like he's a very like sensitive performer and puts a lot of care into his performances, even the ones that are a bit like grittier, and even the stuff where it's like he has no business going deep with it, he goes deep with it. So I'm like, I think he'll be great, man. I think he'll be great. I just hope that we still get. I still need to see like some of his newer films, like Waste Man. I heard is great. But yeah, no, I think it'll be. I'm not upset about it. I just hope we get other more exciting David Johnson movies outside of this because of this. Jude, thank you for being a member for 8 months. Movie you watched so much you started to dislike. The Lighthouse, to be honest, and I don't dislike The Lighthouse, but I think its whole appeal started to like the specialty of it started to wear off the more I watched it. I think I'll absolutely adore it rewatching it, because it's been a while. But it was one of those where I watched it so much where it's like the last watch I was like, okay, I might need to stop watching this because it's starting to not do anything for me. And when a movie like that stops doing it for you, then you start to kind of question what there really is to it. So yeah, I gotta rewatch it soon though. It's been a couple years, probably since the pandemic, but I don't dislike it, for the record. That's not maybe a good answer to that, because I don't dislike it. I just was like starting to lose steam with it. Scott, thank you for the super chat. Movie for next week, Napoleon Dynamite. I've seen Napoleon Dynamite so many times, and I don't know if it would be a very interesting one to talk about. But I love Napoleon Dynamite. It's a great movie. You gonna see the Hadestown movie? I'm probably not, but my girlfriend is like actively watching it right now. So maybe it will be something worth seeing. As I age, I dislike the Before trilogy more and more. The last time I watched it, I was more put off by it than I'd ever been, by Ethan Hawke's character specifically, who's quite insufferable in that movie, intentionally so, I'll say. But don't get John started on that. He has a lot to say about the Before trilogy. I don't know if I know someone that dislikes the Before trilogy more than my good friend John. But that is one where it's like the more you watch it, because it's like you get, I mean, I think that's only natural with that film, and that's also what the trilogy's kind of about, is that like the first time you watch it, you are kind of like so swept up by the heat of the moment and how exciting it is and how tragic and crazy it feels, and then the more you rewatch it and the magic kind of wears off, you're like, this guy sucks, man. But yeah, John, take the mic. But that's the thing, he's so unlikable, but it's kind of, my argument has always been it's on purpose, and like you're kind of blinded by, I don't know, the excitement of the moment. Have you heard about more allegations on Jared Leto? I have not. I've not, no. Are you a fan of refn's TV stuff, like Too Old to Die Young? I can't say I've actually seen his TV stuff, to be honest with you. Maybe should have, but yeah. My issue is I don't think most people actually come around to the "this guy sucks" conclusion, but that has nothing to do with the movie, right? Like that's like an assumption on like the acclaim for the film. But the movie kind of leans into it, sure. Did you see the Buddy trailer? The Buddy trailer. Is this an Elf spinoff or something? I did not. Are you going to cover Resident Evil? Absolutely. I might try to play the game before it. Are you giving John sass? I always give John sass. He gives me sass. John showed me a fun game we could play this week that I'm like thinking about, but I don't know if it would be that interesting on stream. But it was fun to play on my own. Airbud Return trailer thoughts. Oh, I haven't seen that either. But Buddy is a different movie from Sundance, horror movie. I have not seen that. I saw the Other Mommy trailer. Other Mother? Other Mommy? I don't remember what it's called. How long have we been streaming? 1 hour and 15 minutes. I say we kind of transition into the movie club section today. I didn't have a fun activity plan. I didn't have like a tier list or anything. So, we've been chatting for a good while. I think it's time to talk about this week's movie. But before we do that, from Coraline? No, but I think it's like a reference to... before we do that, we need to vote on next week's film. We need to throw some options into chat. As discussed earlier in stream, I kind of liked the idea of a documentary week. I don't think we've done a documentary in a good while, and I think a documentary might be, I don't know, a nice change of pace compared to what we've been doing. We've been watching a lot of intense stuff, and documentaries can certainly be intense, but I don't know, something a bit more casual, but interesting. Something casual and interesting. I'm going documentaries this week. Miss Americana. Am I wrong? Is that not the Taylor Swift documentary? My pick was Beyond Utopia. I doubt chat will vote for it. That is the Taylor Swift documentary. I've never seen it. I'm going to throw it in there. I think even though I am not a Taylor Swift fan, like, I think it would be an interesting one to talk about and one that I still have yet to watch. It's an important doc. It's one of the most talked about docs of the last few years. I liked Hoop Dreams. Hoop Dreams is also a great one. I say we throw in a Frederick Wiseman as well. F for Fake. F for Fake is kind of a good one. I've already seen Minding the Gap. Great movie. We've already talked about Grizzly Man on this very stream. Gosh, so many good options, actually. I like F is for Fake. It's not just F for Fake. It's F is for Fake, right? It is F for Fake. I like that. These are fun. Dude, we should do docs more often. Stolen Kingdom, come on. What's Stolen Kingdom? I'm already assuming people aren't going to vote for Beyond Utopia, so I'm going to probably go with something a bit... Stolen Kingdom. This movie. It's on the video store, too. Oh, wait. This looks actually fascinating. This looks actually really fascinating. It's also a new movie. And it's on the video store, which means the filmmakers, I'm pretty sure, get directly compensated for it. I don't remember how that works. Cow, Andrea Arnold. Man with a movie camera? What's Man with a movie camera? A cameraman wanders around with a camera slung over his shoulder, documenting urban life with dazzling inventiveness. That sounds interesting, and it is an old movie. 1929. I don't know if I'm feeling it this week, but I'm watch listing it. It's already in my watch. It's in my watch list. American movie, of course. American movie has been pitched many times. I'm going to put down American movie. And I'm thinking of... this is so hard, man. This is so hard. I'm considering taking out Hoop Dreams because it's long, and I don't know if we want a heavy one this week. Not that it's heavy, but it's like heavy in length, you know? But also it's Hoop Dreams. It's a classic. I'm gonna stick with it. Next week's noms. for the movie club movie are Miss Americana, Hoop Dreams, F for Fake, American Movie. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Okay. Yeah. I kind of wanted to watch Stolen Kingdom, to be honest. I really want to watch Stolen Kingdom. That's the issue. I can't do it. Wait. I have to wait. I have to wait. Is there a lot of Stolen Kingdom? I don't think there's a ton of people besides like John and Joe Tarones shooting for Stolen Kingdom. You can still watch it. I know. You're right, actually. I can still watch it. Okay, next week, Miss Americana, Hoop Dreams, F for Fake, an American Movie. This poll is live right now to all members. And we will figure out who the winner is by the end of stream. Call it there. It's documentary week. Until then, we're going to talk about this week's movie, which was Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Yeah. Glad this one won by a landslide last week. People really wanted to watch this. I loved this movie, but I don't know why. It's an unenjoyable watch. It's funny. I don't know why I thought this. I think it's because, I've obviously known about this film for a long time. Actually, before I go any further, let me just explain some background. This is a film directed by Mike Nichols, iconic filmmaker Mike Nichols. It's his directorial debut, his first movie. Let's get that out of the way. Crazy. It's based on the Edward Albee play from 1962, and the synopsis reads, a middle-aged New England associate professor and his wife, with the help of alcohol, use their young guests to fuel anguish and emotional pain towards each other over the course of a distressing night. It has so many hype moments. That's one way of putting it. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Most hype moments compilation. So yeah, I think because it was yes, it is a well-timed pick because of the invite. I didn't realize that, although I think maybe like I heard in the back of my mind a couple times that like the invite was basically Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, or at least it was a big inspiration. It is similar, but so okay, that also has a lot of things factored into me thinking that this movie was a comedy. It's not. I saw Mike Nichols, who makes funny movies, and I said, oh, great. Nice lighthearted watch after Come and See last week. Just what we needed. I saw that it was kind of based, or the invite was based on it, and I was like, the invite, very funny movie. Perfect. Awesome. Would love to watch this. And there's funny moments. It can be funny. There are some really funny lines, but for the most part, this is not a light-hearted or enjoyable movie to watch. I will say, I think it can be very funny. Let me put that out there. There's moments where some of the Mike Nichols sense of humor comes out, but I would argue it was an incredibly distressing watch. But what's crazy was it was a huge hit at the time, third highest grossing film of that year, which is like. The idea of, like, The Invite being the third highest grossing movie of this year is insane. Like, how far have we come? It was a huge, massive Oscar hit. It was nominated for 13 Academy Awards. It was the only other films to ever achieve that record are Cimarron and Sinners. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that first one right. Never heard of that movie, actually. But... yeah, not a lot of movies that have achieved that. This one is one of them. It won Best Actress for Elizabeth Taylor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Cinematography, Best Black and White Art Direction, and Best Costume Design. So it was a huge hit. And yeah, we watched it this week. What did we think of this movie? Was this anybody's first time? / who watched the film this week? It was a renting situation. It was not a... I regret it doing this late because apparently it was available on the Criterion channel just a little bit ago as part of their one night series, because it all happens in one night. Very similar to The Invite, similar to the Before trilogy. First time, my first watch. I just watched it. I felt so drunk watching this sober. Yeah, it is a kind of... You leave this one feeling a little frazzled. It's the closest thing I can compare it to, there's two movies. One of them's a new one. It felt sort of somewhat like If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Not at all substance-wise, but in just how suffocating and claustrophobic and bad it was to watch it and have to sit with it. Kind of how long it is. It's not like a terribly long movie, but for what it is, it feels like it never ends. I checked the time. I went to get a glass of water or something halfway through, and I was shocked that there was still 50 minutes left. I'm I feel like we've reached the peak of this. I feel like it's we've gone as crazy as we can go. I don't know how we can keep doing this. And it evolves. It keeps itself going. But it's really it's just, yeah, it's 2 hours of people arguing. It's more than that. Don't get me wrong. And it really works for what it is. But it's it takes a toll on you, this film. That was one reference. And then I also thought a lot about John Cassavetes' Faces, which was shot by the same DP and has just a very similar approach to performance. It's a much grittier version of this. I think Joel Haver actually has a great Letterboxd review where he calls this Faces dressed up in a suit, because it's more of a studio film and feels a bit more structured, whereas Faces is just pure bad times. And but it has a very similar visual style in how it uses close-ups and just makes the frame feel really busy and crammed. And I mean, a lot of that is owed in this case to the production design and the layout of the house, which does feel like there's nowhere to walk around and everything is just really, again, suffocating. So it's just, there's a lot of the craft of it all is quite impressive and very affecting. It's all very intentional. And I think there is something to say about the rhythm of the writing. We'll talk about the script in a second, but it's incredible script, obviously. And Mike Nichols' ability to cut around it and keep it feeling alive. It's not a film that feels tedious. As bad of a time as it is, it does not feel like a drag. You're just, it's so uncomfortable because you're kind of hooked and you don't want to turn away. But you're so you're kind of trapped in this conversation and in these rooms with these people, which is literally what's happening in the movie. So I think it's just it's a really, for a directorial debut, Mike Nichols absolutely hits it out of the park. It is very different from, I feel a lot of Mike Nichols movies I've seen. I feel other Mike Nichols films, and the most obvious one I can think of right now is The Graduate, obviously. I think he'll have moments like this in his other movies where it's bickering and a general out of touchness between generations. A lot of his movies feel they're about different generations and that middle ground in between where they have to meet together, and you really see how separate people are, how not on the same page we are as a society. I think that comes up a lot. Birdcage, of course. I actually I can't even. That just feels like a whole different. I haven't seen the Birdcage in so long, John. I don't even. It feels crazy to call it the same director. But I just watched the Meryl Streep one that I'm forgetting, based on the Carrie Fisher memoir. It's got a long title. It's Meryl Streep and Gene Hackman, Sleepwalking on the Edge or something like that. Long title, but it has a similar vibe. All of his movies, I think, deal with this idea of, I how unhappy people are. Postcards from the Edge. Why did I think Sleepwalking on the Edge? I was probably thinking of like Sleepless in Seattle or something. But yeah, I think all of his movies have this trait, and this just feels like a really kind of zeroed in example of or a really kind of straight to the point distillation of like who he is as a filmmaker and like what interests him. And whereas most of the time he's able to like cut out of these and give you some sort of break, it's like you're really just trapped in there. And which I think like I think now that I've seen this and seeing how, I wouldn't call this like an angry movie, but like how tragic and sad it is, I think it will honestly make me look at some of his other work a bit differently, knowing that this is how he started, and these are themes that he's like very straightforward about, like being interested in. Like this is the stuff that he cares about, and I don't know, just even like off memory, it has me thinking about The Graduate in a deeper way. But Sleepwalking, yeah, I don't know where I got that. I got the French version on Criterion we should watch. What's the French version called? But yeah, I enjoyed this movie. I think what's so great about it is that kind of like I think just to compare it to The Invite again, I think that's the easiest way to go about this is like, the best way to make these movies interesting, these like one night movies, is that it's kind of like withholding information from you the whole time. And I think The Invite kind of lets that out of the bag much earlier on, and then functions off of how the characters respond and react to that. Whereas this, I think, it is much more challenging in that it's like really kind of waiting it out the entire film, and it's very careful about how much it's telling you, because much of the film is functioning off the theme it's exploring, which is like covering up reality with a fantasy, with like a sort of made up idea of what you actually want. And I think like so much of the movie is them playing these games and like all these, going through all these different situations that are meant to like cover what's actually happening. And then you realize that's like what the whole movie is. And I think it's very smart about how it covers up the reality of the situation for basically 2 hours. I mean, it is quite insane when you think about it. And you like kind of pick up on what's going on, but then you start thinking like, wait, is that what's happening? And like, I don't want to talk about specifics because I feel like that would be spoiling for anybody who hasn't seen, but like, I thought that a very different scenario was actually being covered up the whole time, which turns out wasn't. But what was covered up was like much more of a mind game and a much more like interesting reality than I initially thought. So it was just like, it's a really weird and disorienting movie. I mean, that's why I agree with you that it's like you feel drunk watching it, because you just feel like, also when they lead off the fact that like this movie starts at 2:30 in the morning, it already feels like disorienting. And so it just, yeah, it gets really exhausting after a while. Let's talk with spoilers. I don't want to. It's a movie that is like insanely. I also don't think like talking about. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think I need to like explain exactly what it was, and I don't want to risk taking that away from anybody. I think a lot of people's the first thing you kind of praise about this is the performances, which are like just phenomenal. I don't know if there's one weak performance here. I think if I were to rank them, like George Segal is probably at the bottom. Even though he was amazing, he plays like a much more kind of, he's probably the most, and this is crazy to say, maybe you disagree, I would say he's the most grounded of the group, and I think he plays that really well. Someone's got to be a bit of the straight man, and he plays it pretty well. Elizabeth Taylor's obviously the standout, won the Oscar for this, and I think she's the one that has to bring the most depth to her character of everyone. Like she goes through the most of an arc out of everybody. I mean, Richard Burton is great, but I think her character has to like yeah, transform and kind of like come back down to earth every now and then. Whereas like Richard Burton seems to be on one path of like just repressed anger and frustration. And he's also kind of like playing it a bit more comedically than she is, in my opinion. Though she could be pretty funny too. What are the films this week that we're voting for? We are voting for 4 documentaries: Miss Americana, Hoop Dreams, F for Fake, and American Movie. I'll update the poll in a second. But yeah, I thought Elizabeth Taylor was phenomenal. Admittedly, actually, wait, no, let me double check this. I wanted to say this was my first Elizabeth Taylor movie, but I thought I saw her in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, I want to say. Yes, I've seen her in that, and I've seen her in the Flintstones film. She plays Pearl Slaghoople in the Flintstones movie. I didn't know that. But yeah, great performance here. And then Sandy Dennis, I thought she was kind of like I was surprised that when I was looking at the Letterboxd reviews, not a lot of people bring up Sandy Dennis, who is insanely good. I mean, her character's great because, like, it is kind of a caricature. Like, she gets real loopy and manic and weird real early in the film. Like, she doesn't have a lot of time where she's, like, normal. Like, she's really kind of all over the place from the jump. And I believe, yeah, she also won an Oscar for this. Well deserved. It feels like a weirdly like modern performance. Like it's like a character and like a kind of sense of humor and delivery that feels like something you could see in a movie today. Whereas the others do feel very much like performances of their time. But like she was just so bizarre. And I looked up her filmography, and I've never seen Sandy Dennis in anything else, but I definitely want to now. I thought she was absolutely incredible. One of those performances, I wouldn't have wanted her to dominate any more than she did, but like when she would open her mouth, it's like, I was all ears. Like that was who I was paying attention. Like she was just so, I don't know, easy to get hooked by. I love her, like, the violence and the clapping moment. That scene was just such a miserable watch. But yeah, I really liked this movie as much as it was a terrible time to watch. I think as a film about exploring that gray area between fantasy and reality and what people do to put a mask up as a perfect American couple and dream is like, I think that stuff is really interesting. And this movie goes about it in a really aggressive kind of, I don't want to say like mean spirited, but it does feel like a kind of angry movie. I mean, they're two very different movies, but like I do feel like that's a similarity I see between this film and last week's movie, Come and See, and that they're both like, they both feel very angry in their filmmaking. And it comes down at the end, but like for the most part, this is just like a really punishing watch. That is still like, I mean, it manages to be pretty funny every now and then. The sound design feels like a precursor to Faces and Women Under the Influence. Definitely, I was going to speak on that. I mean, the sound also is like just as claustrophobic as the actual images. Like, there's always somebody screaming, and even when they're like trying to, they bring in some music, it's like someone's screaming over it. There's like very few moments where you get a bit of silence, and even I think the silence is utilized in a really interesting way too. I mean, about, I want to say like 3/4 of the way through, you get a character completely on his own, and you do get to like sit in silence for just a bit, and even that feels uncomfortable because it just feels, I think the loneliness and the isolation feels even more uncomfortable. Like the unknown of it all is even more disorienting. So it's just like, I like, I don't know how he did it, but it's a really affecting watch that I frankly didn't know I was getting myself into this. Last week I had a good, I was like, I know what this is going to be. And it was much more devastating than I thought it was going to be at the same time. But like, I kind of prepped myself. This week I dove in completely blind and was definitely swept up off my feet. But do you like John Cassavetes? I love John Cassavetes. Another filmmaker that's kind of hard to dive back into and binge. Like, I still haven't finished his filmography. And that's because his movies are really tough and kind of rough around the edges in a way that's like, you got to be in the right mood to enjoy it. But yeah, of course I like John Cassavetes. He's great. I was a bit confused by the ending, honestly. What about it? I feel like the ending feels inevitable. Like, there's like something satisfying about it because it's a movie of people who are like in denial for 2 hours straight and trying to like push through the denial to get to the truth. Like, it's a movie where nothing is, you have no idea what is actually true and what is actually happening and where are we, who are these people? And it's like, it's just like pushing through the sludge for like 2 hours until the end. You get some sort of admission to like the fact that there's a lot of fear and that all of this is like based around fear. And I mean, I thought it was beautiful. It was a really beautiful way to end a very punishing experience. But yeah, that was how I responded to it, at least. I read the title as Who's Afraid of Nicholas Winding Refn? Many people. I respect how the first 15 minutes were unassuming, made me put my guard down. Yeah, he has a nice vibe. I mean, I guess specifically in the score, I didn't talk much about the score of this film. It's very minimal. It doesn't come up very often, but you do get that opening piece and then obviously the exit music, and then it comes up very faintly throughout. But it's got this very nice kind of like summery guitar vibe that I also reminded me a little bit of The Graduate and what Simon and Garfunkel are doing there. But yeah, I love the score. It doesn't feel like the kind of thing that's going to work that well for this, but it really does. Yeah. I enjoyed this. I'm shocked it took me this long to get around to this and that I didn't know what it was. It is one of Mike Nichols' most essentials. I think it informs a lot of what he makes after this, and it will certainly make me look at some of his work differently. I'm shocked that it was such a hit, that this was like something. I mean, it is like, people consider it a classic, but for how hard of a watch it is, I'm shocked that this hit it so well with so many people. But yeah, enjoyed it. Alex North is a legendary composer, did Spartacus and Cleopatra, which also had Taylor in it. Also had Richard Burton in it, I believe Cleopatra did, unless I'm misremembering. But yeah, liked this score a lot more than the Spartacus one, from what I remember. Actually, and that's also true. This is, I mean, it's obviously one of the early new Hollywood films. And I think that's also what was maybe refreshing about it at the time, and what makes it such an interesting watch is that in a similar way to a lot of the films around this time, like Cool Hand Luke and I don't know why I can only think of Cool Hand Luke, but also The Graduate, I feel like it's questioning like norms and what and like how real certain things are on film, like the perfect American family and like what a broken family is typically portrayed as on film. I think this comes at it from a much different angle and much more realistic angle. That's it's very dark, but I think I would imagine was very refreshing at the time. Yeah, enjoyed this. Glad to have finally gotten around to it. It was a good pick. Let's check in on the poll for next week. I gave it 4.5, by the way. I don't know what's holding it back from a 5, to be honest. In fact, talking it out a bit more, I realized just how good it was. I think it was a bit much, so it was hard for me to go full 5 with it, but I really liked it. So far in the poll for next week, Hoop Dreams leading the way at 36%. Miss Americana, I thought was going to do a lot better. It's at 11%. F for Fake, 31%. And American Movie, 22%. If you want to change the outcome of this, if you want something else other than Hoop Dreams, consider getting into the poll. We'll see if it can still hold out in the end. But, okay. 4.5 stars or just 5 stars we haven't justified yet? No, exactly. It's been a couple days since I've seen Eric Romer's Love in the Afternoon, and that, I think, is an easy 5-star with some time. That's maybe the best Eric Romer movie, but we don't need to get into that just yet. Do you use autotune? I do not use autotune. Did it sound like I used autotune just now? I'm going to take a very quick break, and then we will be back with a fun way to round off the stream. Okay. Do you wear wigs? Will you ever wear wigs? Baba is you. We'll see how this goes. We're back with the torture. This is our weekly torture session. We're gonna play this for a little bit and see how it goes. One of the most divisive... Oh my god, I forgot which one I left off on. Oh my god. Okay, actually, I've immediately regretted this, and I don't know if I can do it. We haven't even started yet, and I'm already fucking pissed off. We've already lost a solid 20 viewers. Let me adjust my face cam. Yeah, I played... Like I said, I played a little bit of this game fairly recently, and off stream, and it went a lot better than it does on stream. And so I was like, oh yeah, we'll happily do it on stream. And then I reached this puzzle, And in my real life rage quit, I was like, I can't do this. I'm going to go to bed. And now I'm being confronted with it yet again. You should play Rhythm Heaven. What is Rhythm Heaven? It sounds like a rhythm game, and I feel like that's going to get copyright striked. Let's just take a stab at this puzzle, and if this is looking grim, we are switching. Torture session is crazy. I can't think of a better way to describe what we have here. Okay, if you're new here, this is a puzzle game that we've been working our way through on stream. Everyone loves it. It's one of the most beloved activities we have on stream here. They give you a series of rules and you need to figure out how to do it. We are at a point where chat needs to help me. It's the only way to get through this. So, wall is stop. Can't go through wall. Okay, I'm already off track. Wall is stop. Water is sink. Flag is win. Rock is push. Baba has rock. Baba is move. Kiki is you. Kiki is that little orange guy down there. I don't know if I want Baba to be... Where's rock? I don't even see rock. I need to get up there as fast as possible before Baba sinks, is what I'm realizing. So I'm going to go straight up. There. I've already messed up. Wait. No. How do I reverse? There we go. There. Boom. Okay. Well, now I'm rock. Baba has rock. Okay. Rock is push. Now, if I push rock, will it... Okay, that's something. I don't know if that's the move. But I think rock should be move, is my guess. And then I can then move rock and... Yes, right. And then I can't change water as sink. Water is always going to be sink. Baba is gone. Everything's gone, so I think I'm screwed. Let's start over. Karst is smart. I like that. Who is Kiki? So Kiki is the little orange guy. Rock is push. The thing about rock is push was that I need to... we're in a tricky situation here. I need to make it so that I have multiple people on the ground here. And I'm not... I'm trying to get there in as few steps as possible, but I don't think... Okay. I don't know how that was different this time. I thought I did the exact same steps, but okay, we have Baba here. I can't push Baba yet, but we're gonna make... What if rock is Baba? Does that change anything? And then can I push Baba? No, that doesn't make any sense. I don't understand has rock. Does anyone understand? Kiki is Palmer. Something to think about. There's no rocks yet. What about Baba and Kiki are both rock? Baba and Kiki are both rock. I can't affect Kiki is the thing. Kiki is stuck as me, which is kind of nice. But Baba, what if Baba is rock? And rock is push, of course. Okay. So now what can I do with this information, you know? I don't know how this helps me at all. Until I'm... Has means it will drop the item when it dies. Well, I don't like that. That's so interesting, and that's really tough. We're losing a lot of viewers on this one. The thing is, last time I did a Baba Is You, we actually gained viewers, and it was strange. It made no sense, but this week, not the case. This one is not fun. This one is really tough. Dwayne is Johnson. Rock is Push. Rock is... I feel like Rock is Baba is kind of an interesting... Oh, interesting. Okay. That's how you weed out the real ones. Man, and like chat's not even, I don't think you guys even have a clue on what to do. Rock is push is move. Oh, okay, something's happening. Something's happening. Water is sink. That's the only issue here. That is really the only issue. Water has 3 tiles, so we need to be able to just go through 3 tiles. Can you push Baba now? Like, push this? I don't have... Baba's gone, is the issue. And I actually can't get these things out of here, I'm realizing. Like, that's why these are stuck, which is also bad. Now, can you go through water? Oh. No, but now I'm, like, stuck as rock forever. So that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. I'm reversing. But what if, okay, wait. Baba is gone. Rest in peace, Baba. Yeah, but the rock hitting the water is gonna, hold on. Okay, wait. Back to the beginning. How is that different than what we did earlier? I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think this makes any sense. Yeah, fucking hell, man. Are we close? Is this anything? What if you walked behind? Like, walked behind the rock? The issue is, like, anytime anything hits the water, it just dies. I wish I could make Kiki has rock. Unless rock has rock? Wait, maybe rock has rock? That could be interesting. Oh, wait, I need to move is. My above hint is an actual hint. There we go. I didn't even need the hint. I figured it out. Guys, this is why you stick with it. Anything is possible. It matters. The hard work matters. You got to push through the sludge. Karst is learning. Oh my God. That felt awesome. Okay. Puzzle number 2. Box has flag. I want to make sure I'm not covering anything. I don't think I am. This is the most boring thing ever, not gonna lie. No, it's actually quite rewarding if you sit with it. Flag is win. There is no flag right now. That's an issue. Box has flag. I'm heart. Love is you. Box has flag. Box is push. Water is hot. Love is melt. Wall is stop. Love is you. Box has flag. I'm going to move you guys down. What's going to happen here? Nothing. Love is melt. Love is melt. Box is push. Going for puzzle streamer of the year. I don't even know where to begin. I don't know how to get the flag. Oh, box has flag. So when the box dies... Uh-huh. Okay, well, I can't do that. What? What am I supposed to do? What? What the hell? Am I supposed to become box? I am become box. Haver of flag? Oh, okay. Water is hot. Love is melt. Let's not make love is melt. Let's make, let's make love is, okay, here we go. Bam. And then we're going to move you. No, you can't. We're going to move you. I'm figuring this out. This one's actually kind of easy. Box is going to be push. And then I'm going to push this box out here. Uh-huh. Yeah. And then I'm going to push this out here. Box is going to be melt. Ooh, but it also needs to be push. That's fine. We'll just move love out. We're going to move push in. So that box is both love... box is both melt and push. Uh-huh. And then that box is about to melt and reveal a flag. I'm actually fucking amazing at this game. I'm actually goated at this game. Oh my god. Karst is smart. Unreachable shores. I'm getting better. Holy fuck, that felt awesome. Text is float. Kiki is you. Box has love. Love is defeat. Love is love. Love is love. We are at 86 people. It was at 79 just a second ago, so we're actually growing. Box is push. Flag is win. Wall is stop. Water is sink. Box has love. So love is defeat. Love is love. There's, oh gosh, there's a lot going on here. Water is sink. We cannot get through here, I don't think. Unless we can. Unless we can. But now love is defeat. That's the issue. Now, what if box is you? Doesn't change anything, does it? But then Kiki is push. Uh-huh. I don't think this is going to help me a ton either. No, it will, because then box will not turn into love, so then we can go through. Okay, so now we can change that. Now, next up. Text is float. Text can float, which is to imply that we can push text across the river. Does anyone know how this game works? So you have a set of rules. Also, I just realized I'm covering the flag. Pretty important. Actually, I'm going to put myself down there. Yes, pretty important. We have a couple of rules, and you're trying to work with those rules to get to whatever is win. So flag is win, so I need to get to the flag. Unfortunately, water is sink, which is an issue for me. Just move the camera to the flag and pretend you won. Wouldn't that be so nice? 95 viewers. Baba deniers are, I don't know. Kiki is push. Flag is win. So text is float. Love is love. Love is defeat. Box has love. Now, I kind of like the idea of love. End of sentence. Of box. I guess this doesn't change anything, does it? This literally doesn't change anything. No. Ooh, wait. Wait. Someone should have Kiki. Okay, wait. It's all coming together. Kiki can appear. Kiki will be able to appear. Yes. Box is gonna have Kiki. I think I may have messed things up, to be honest, but the text is float thing is really interesting. I don't know how that helps me. I can't figure that one out quite yet. Nope. Figuring it out. It's all gonna be okay. Because box has Kiki and Kiki is push. And so when box goes down, that's the end of it. That doesn't work at all. That doesn't work at all. Whew. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be tough. This one's not gonna be easy. Damn. Text is float. Does text float over walls? No. Text is float is just, it's just gonna be float. It can do that. It can do that much. But that's about it. Anyone got anything? This one's got me stumped. I'm not gonna lie. This one I'm struggling with. I think I need to be Kiki, but I don't know how to get that. I might need to restart this one. I got a little lost in the sauce. Yeah. Okay. We have a couple things. We have Kiki. We have box. We have four. It looks like 4 tiles of water to get through. Box has love. In John? What does that mean? I don't have a damn clue. Gotta use the other box. Ooh. Fuck. What if box has box? Wait. Okay. Box is you, and then Kiki is push. I think we've landed on that. That much we can agree on. Yeah. Okay. Figuring this out. We're going to sacrifice Kiki. It was good knowing you. Box is going to have box. Is love anything? Love is defeat? Can love get through the water? What's the importance of love? I think love's only importance was getting through this water. We just had to solve that puzzle, but I don't think it's like that important. We're going to move this for now. And then we're going to move has down here so that box has box. And then maybe box is push too. And so I think in my mind, this should work. Like, we should just have an unlimited supply of boxes, no? Yes, man. Yes, man. Oh, my God. Let's go. Let's fucking go. This is my day, dude. I knew it was going to be a Baba day. I just knew it. But where's the key? Okay, this one is, but where's the key? You just had to sacrifice Kiki, exactly. Key is open. Door is shut and stop. Flag is win. Wall is stop. Baba is Baba. Those are all set in stone. Those will not be changing. Box is weak. Box has key. Baba is you. So the box... All right. Jesus Christ. Huh? So, a couple things. Where's the box? For one, where's the box? I think box is going to have to be... Box is going to have to be me. No. What? Where the fuck is the box? But where's the key? Forget the key. I'm trying to find the box, dude. What do you mean weak? Box is weak? What? Karst, it's Biob? It's bring your own box? I literally was like, what's Biob? That's a new one. Door is shut and stop. Wall is stop. Baba is Baba. Key is open. Baba is just going to be Baba. So Baba, I cannot become box. But Baba can become... There's nothing to defeat me, though. I don't know how I get defeated. Until... Box is a state of mind. But Baba can have box. Baba has box. So when I die, I'll get a box. But then... Ready for this? No. This one actually might break me. This one Baba can be key. Please don't kill Baba. Right. So, now I'm going to try box first. Box and Baba is you. But there's no box. That's the issue. Key and Baba is you. And there's no key. Box and Baba is you. Key and Baba is you. Box and Baba is you. Is weak. Baba is you. Baba is weak. What does weak mean? Can someone explain weak? Baba is key. But you are the key. Oh, hold on. Hold on. You can unlock door since you're key? No, I can't. I wish it was that easy, you know? But I'm not key, I guess. Unless you're saying That also does not work. I need to... The issue is Baba is Baba. Like, I have to be Baba is the issue. Your phrasing is wrong. What phrasing does it need to be? Literally spell it out for me. Baba is weak. Arms are heavy. Weak means it will die if pushed into anything or on anything. Oh, okay. Okay. I see. I think this will work. I don't know if this is going to work, actually. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to move this around. Hold on. I'm getting there. Stop. Okay, we have revealed the box. That's what matters. Is we revealed the box. Now what? Baba is you and has box. Baba is weak. Baba is box. That was huge. What about Baba is key? You guys keep saying key, and I don't know if I entirely agree with that. I can see you cooking. Very close. Now you just have to be the box when Baba dies. I just have to be the box when Baba dies. Oh. That's hard. That's difficult. How am I going to do that? Carson, which filmmaker could make an adaptation of Baba? I think someone mentioned Werner Herzog. I think that's a good answer. I mean, he's a puzzler at the end of the day. Who's good at puzzles? M. Night Shyamalan. Puzzles and... Okay, so puzzles and, like, an existential crisis, because you don't know who you are. Now, who's good at existential crisis? Christopher Nolan. Nolan is the man for the job. Baba is you and has key? I'm so confused. I think I'm like, I think it lost me. I think I'm fully gone. Baba is a father trying to get home. Charlie Kaufman Baba movie would be kind of crazy. Baba is you and has box. Like when I push into it, Should I die and become box at the same time? Is that what you're saying? Like, should I arrange them in such a way where that's what is happening? It's Baba is you and has key. It's Baba and is another hint. You will need has, but it won't be next to and. Wait. Dude, what the hell, man? What the hell is happening? Genuinely, what the fuck's going on? My kid loves these parts of stream. I'm sorry for swearing. Oh, man. Your kid is seeing the ugliest sides of humanity. Now less close. I'm very confused on how I survive becoming box. That's what I'm... 68 people watching? Get out of here, man. Get out of here. I don't know how I'm supposed to survive becoming box, you know? Wiley, thank you for the super chat. Not feeling well, so I am not seeing Spidey tonight, so I'll enjoy this stream instead. Dude, it's better entertainment than the new Spider-Man movie. That is what we're learning from this. I see 19 people watching. Yeah, those are the non-bots. Fuck. Oh, sorry. There's a kid watching. What you have right now is very close. What you have right now... Aren't there two box words? There are. Baba is you and box, you're saying? Sorry. I've made this so much harder for myself by putting myself around all these obstacles. I'm just gonna move them real quick. Can't do that. What's wrong with me? Baba is you and box. Baba is... It's not anything. Oh my god. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Dude, man, what am I supposed to do? Why can't Baba be box at the same time? Why can't two things be true? Dude, I'm going insane. You were correct when you had Baba is you and weak. Okay, that's good. Baba is you and weak. We're going to stick with that. I will lock that in. And then Baba... Is Baba gonna have a box? Oh, I can't. What am I doing? What am I doing? Ah! What's going on, man? Literally what's going on? Because Baba is Baba. I can't change that. Yeah, I can't change that. So how do I do anything when Baba is not Baba? Does box need to be you? Oh, wait. No. Doesn't do anything. I don't understand how that happens. Baba is you needs to happen as... Wait. 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 It's happening. It's happening, I think. Oh my god, wait. I know you said not to do this, but like, why can't this work? Wait, why can't what I'm about to do work? Because weak then needs to be... Holy shit, dude. Oh my god. Wait, don't tell me I'd have to... Okay, wait. This is insane. This just feels wrong. Oh my god, that's not gonna work because... Okay, wait. Every... Just be calm. Oh, but I can't move that down. Oh my god. What am I trying to do here? What am I trying to do? I'm trying to make box there. And then Baba is weak. And then when I move this... What? Wait, why did that happen? I should have box. But it doesn't work because box is you? I'm Karsten is Baba? Karsten's not an option! What if, wait a second. Is this all I needed to do? No, that doesn't work at all. It doesn't work because you are breaking Baba has box in the process. Right. I'm on the verge of giving up. This one's really giving me a hard time. I have no idea what to do here. I have zero idea. But where's the key is the question. Box has you? Do you want help? Of course, yes. I need all the help I can get. Let's play City Turn Hurdle. Oh, man. I think I'm looking at it too much. I think I'm looking at this one a little too much. It stumped me. Is it too big of a hint to say you need an is above you? You need an is above me? Oh my god. I don't know why I never considered this. I never considered this. Oh my god. Dude. Okay, wait. I need to rearrange some things. That's ridiculous. That's it, isn't it? But wait. Wait. Baba is you and weak. Baba is you and weak. Box is you. Baba has box, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Okay, so next step is... Wait, am I good to move this shit now? Oh, I can move that shit. Oh, that feels so good. That feels awesome. Okay. 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 Wait. Before we get too comfortable here. So we need to do this same process now with key. We just need to replace Baba. I'm going to move weak just for now so it makes my life a little bit easier. So now we just need to move this so that it's... Baba is a thing of the past. Or no, this isn't going to work, is it? This is not going to work. That's not going to work. Fuck. I thought we had it. I thought we had it. Do we not have it? Wait, what is... because box can't be you. Key needs to be me. No? How the fuck are we gonna get there? How the fuck are we gonna... key is... Box is you and weak. Move this just so my life's easier. I just don't know how we're gonna become key. Come on, come on. Box has key and is you? Box has key and is you. That's it. That's it. Wait. No. I'm going insane. Oh my god. Oh my god. Give it to me. Why? Why? Wait, what? What? Box is you and box is weak. Okay, guys, break it down for me. What am I doing wrong? Wait, what's not right? Because it feels like it's right there. It feels like it's right there. 56 viewers. He's losing it. Box has key and is you. Box has box and key. Box is you and box is wait. Wait, box. Okay, wait. Box has box. Box has box and key. Box has box. I see. Wait, what just happened? Wait, what the fuck? Wait, something's happening. wait. Can I use this? Now I'm in my head. Box has box and key. I know I need to move key to being me. But everything's messed up now. Fuck, man. Everything got messed up. Wait. I'm about to lose it. I'm actually about to lose it. I think I might have to quit. You're so locked in. You might want to undo and is you. I know. I don't know how to mess or how to change that though. Unless I can do box. No, see, everything got messed up because of that. Everything got messed up. I might need to restart. Fuck. I need to restart. Okay. Oh my god. Dude. I can't do it. I actually can't do it. I'm too mad. I'm too frustrated. We were so close, but I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if my mind can go through that again. That was a bad time. Senator Nerdle time. He quitted. It got to me. For the first time, it kind of got to me. The concept of going back in and trying to rearrange all that shit was just too much. It was just too much for me to handle. I couldn't. I thought of the children. And I said, I'm out. We will be back. Just know we will be back. That is not the last of Baba Is You. I just need to come back with a clear head because that was getting ugly. That was getting really ugly. Okay. Papa will return. Yeah, don't get too cozy here. No, I needed the hints. The hints are what keep it alive, man. Are you kidding me? Okay. Let's end the stream with some call-ins before we call the movie club poll. We will get there in a second, but until then, if you didn't notice, we have a number at the top of the screen during the stream. It is a number that you can call if you want a film recommendation. If you call that number, you can leave me a voicemail with your 4 favorite movies, and I will try to come up with a movie recommendation based on your picks. We're gonna start with this one. Hopefully not one we've already had before.
Hey, Carson. My 4 favorite films is Yee by Edward Yang, La Casino by Ruiz, Alonso Ruiz Palacios, Beau Travail, and The Eye.
Beau Travail.
And if you're curious, my letterbox is Prop Marks, PROPMARX. If you want to look at what I've seen, let me know what you think I would like. Thank you.
It does sound like a guy we've had before. I agree with you. It is funny because the way he's speaking makes it seem like this is the first time calling in, but like this does sound like a guy we've had before. Okay, I've only seen 2 of these films based on what I could understand from the transcript. I've seen Yee and Beau Travail. And it seems like you're in kind of a Euro art house mood. Not that Yee is European, but like I see the vibe we're going with here. And I don't know. I don't know why for some reason at the top of my mind I thought of Belle du Jour, the Louis Buñuel film. I don't know why that was. Carson has 1 viewer. Yeah, it's just this guy over and over again. Yeah, I don't know why Belle du Jour came to mind. I don't know if that's the answer here. I'm gonna go with something else. I'll say something a little artsy, something a little profound, something deep. I think I gotta go with. I'm gonna say the Three Colors trilogy. If you haven't checked out the Three Colors trilogy, I think that's very up your speed. That is that's very much what you're looking for. If you haven't seen them yet, and if you've seen some of them, finish it out. I'll go with the Three Colors trilogy. All the calls are John. Let's do this one's 8 seconds long and has no transcription. We'll see what this is. This one is nothing. Next one.
3 Women, Robert Altman, Antra Sangre,
Yep.
Alejandro Jodorowsky, Southland Tales.
Let's do it, brother. Let's do it.
Richard Kelly.
Let's go.
And
you got this. You got
that
this.
One John Travolta movie is pretty good. Michael,
yeah, John Travolta.
You can give me a recommendation. That'd be sick.
Love it, man. Love it. I wasn't thinking about a recommendation that whole time. Okay, we're working with 3 Women, Robert Altman. I'm pretty sure you listed like 6 movies. 3 Women by Robert Altman. An Alejandro Jodorowsky film. Southland. What was that? Don't make me listen to it. I'm not gonna listen to it again. And Michael, the John Travolta movie. Yeah, I know the 90s. I know it's not Michael 2025. It's 2026, sorry. I'm going to recommend to you The Devils by Ken Russell. I don't know why that feels right. Just seems like something that you are going to really vibe with. Yep. Okay, last one.
So my top 4 is
The Color of Money.
The Color of Money. The Commitments.
Uh-huh.
The Social Network.
The Social Network.
And When Harry Met Sally.
And When Harry Met Sally. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. You guys are giving me some suspense today. The Color of Money. The Commitments, The Social Network, and When Harry Met Sally. Okay, well, obviously, I'm going to throw a Paul Newman movie at you. You teed me up with The Color of Money. I'm obviously going to throw a Paul Newman movie at you. It's not going to be HUD. I'm going to give you something else. I'm going to give you, not The Verdict, but... The Hudsucker Proxy. A Paul Newman movie. I thought of that one because there's like some quirkiness to it, which I feel like if you want something a little bit more on the comedy side, you got When Harry Met Sally, but then also like obviously the corporate aspects of it with The Social Network and all that. Yeah, it's going to be the Hudsucker Proxy. Amazing. I think you'll like it. Okay. Guys, that's going to do. I did update my top 4. I updated my top 4 on Letterboxd like 3 days ago. Let's see. Let's check out the poll. Let's see where we're at. Next week's movie will be Hoop Dreams. It's going to be Hoop Dreams. Guys, we're watching Hoop Dreams next week. Ooh, Miss Americana didn't stand a chance. 7%. Sorry to the Swifties. F for Fake almost got there with 37%. American Movie 15%. Guys, Hoop Dreams next week. I believe that's on Criterion. I could be wrong. If not, I think it's on HBO Max. It is on HBO Max for sure. It's also on Pluto. Sorry. It's available anywhere. You could find it. Hoop Dreams. Epic documentary. Gosh, damn. I can't believe we're going to watch Hoop Dreams. Cool. All right, that's going to do. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Bit of a shorter one today. Ending about 15 minutes early, but that's because Baba, as you just got to me. But we will be back next week at 1 p.m. Pacific to talk Hoop Dreams. In the meantime, I'll have a video on the new Spider-Man film out on Friday. We'll have a What I Watched This Month out by the time we return. And I think that's it. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Thank you to John for modding the stream as always. And thank you to all the members. If you are a member, by the way, the member-exclusive Letterboxd roast video will be out within the next few days. Okay, love you guys. Bye-bye.